time to pass you to my father. Not much of a speaker, to be honest, doesn't say too much. We'll see how he gets on, yeah?
I swear you stole my speech, that's what it is. There was a lot of things that you came out there that all of a sudden I had a bite around my pocket and I had to stop. I'm not going to go down the road of thanking everybody. Dennis has done it all again. I know Jamie and Shane is going to do the same thing, and it just gets a bit repetitive, but like it's basically a wedding of 140 people, and what Dennis said already is 140 people that Shane and Caitlin wanted to be here today, you know, and appreciate everyone that came and travelled. I just want to mention 4 people that are here, are Caitlin's nan, Shane's 2 nans, and Shane's grandfather. I think it makes a big difference in a wedding when you have the grandparents who are still alive and still can come up, and it's great to see them. I don't have any Kerry jerseys or like that, not for Caitlin, you know, or Chelsea jerseys or anything like that, like, you know, so had I known, you know, if you'd give me the heads up inside the jacks earlier, you know, I could have done a quick spin into town or something, but I don't have any speech written down either. Those of you that know me, the table down below, I just speak at the top of my head. It does kind of get me into trouble a lot of times, but what the hell? At this stage of my life, I'm not going to stage anyway. I don't know, I suppose I'm going to go back a long time now. I'm going to go back 27 years ago. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to give you Tori's story for the last 27 years of Shane's life, but I remember driving home after Shane was born, and we were actually renting a place inside town, and my mother had said to me, "Sure, there's no point in you being on your own, you know, as mothers do. Come away up to me and I'll cook your dinner and sleep here, and you can have your breakfast, and you can maybe go and have a few drinks and celebrate, you know, and following on you can go." But I remember driving home that night, and just, you know, when you're on your own and everything that happened through the day, and you're kind of, my eyes started to well up, you know, and I said, "Oh God, is this tears now, or is it tiredness?" Because honest to God, after 12 hours of labour, I was wrecked. I don't know where she was in the hospital bed resting, but I was absolutely wrecked. So, but I can honestly say, from the last 27 years, I've watched this young fella grow up, and like, I'll be honest with you, I'm holding back a tear saying this, absolutely proud of, and even this here, Dennis, seeing what he said about him tonight, like, it's with joy and with, you know, myself and Seamus are so proud of him. It's unbelievable, like, you know, I can't put into words. Over the last few years, we got to know Dennis and Deirdre and the lovely Ellen and the lovely Dennis here as well. Somebody has your back, don't worry. And like, it's you know, when, like, I remember when Shane came home 10 years ago and he started talking about this special girl that he had met. You know, you could see from then that what he thought about her. And those of us who did make the church today, see, you could see how special when they said their vows that they are to each other. That's what I say, it just comes out. I just look down and see a face, and things just come to mind, you know. So, all right, Peg. Right, catching him. Tom Collins, the local publican, and no bard. Over the last few years, we've got to know Dennis and Deirdre, and obviously the 2 lads. And you can see from the family that they had, you can see how Caitlin has you know, she's become this beautiful, intelligent girl, you know, and she's a great sense of humour, you know, and believe you me, that sense of humour is going to come into play with being married to Shane. I don't know where I'm going here now. Some question, man, I tell you. Actually, last night, Shane put a picture on Instagram. I don't know if you see it. He was writing a speech. It must have been in your office or something. There was a pint anyway, and there was a thing. And some fella wrote a thing about something core values. Now I know there's a table down here who understands that, but the rest of us haven't got a clue what it's on. That was a software one joke, like. But I kind of got it, what it was about, like. So he kind of rang me and he said, Dad, have you your speech written out? And I said, Shane, you know me, man. I know. First of all, I'm not a great writer, you know. I can't spell too good, so even my own writing I wouldn't be able to read on a night. And I said, you know, if it's written down on paper and I'm trying to talk to people and look at them, then I'm looking down and I'm losing it where I am. I get a bit nervous. Oh my God, so he said, I think you should write it down then, because you're kind of you know, inclined to use a couple of 4-letter words every now and then. And if it's written down, you won't use the 4-letter words. So I said, look, no, I let live it. And I honestly, Caitlin, I apologise if I used the word cook during the speech. Some of you mightn't get that, but talk to Shane after. I'll tell you, thank God for Whole Foods. That's all I'll say. How's that sense of humour now getting out of it? I'm going to tell you now, I have a small story to tell you. When I got married there, 29 nearly, long happy years ago, this is true story now. There was a guy I know well. He was 80 years of age. He's still alive. He was married. Yeah, some of you do the sums. You're a bit slow. Yeah. Do you see the accountant got that straight away? Do you see the accountant? But he was married over 50 years at the time. And he said to me, Seamus, he said, look, he said, I'm married over 50 years, and from day one I kept a dossier. He said, I wrote it, you know, that's how I'm married so long. So basically what it's called The Man's Complete Guide of Understanding a Woman. And it's the guide of the complete understanding of your spouse. So I wouldn't be the great reader, in all fairness, you know, so I kind of looked at it. I didn't get it at the start. But when you kind of open it and you read it, and you've been married as long as I read it, you get it. Chapter 1. No, there's no pictures, don't worry about it, there's no pictures. Chapter 1 says, she's always right. Yeah. Okay? There's actually nothing else. That's the only present I have tonight. I'm finished. Enjoy your night.